Tom Crean, or Tommaso Crean, was an Irish explorer who played a significant role in the exploration of the Antarctic region in the early 20th century. Born in Ireland in 1877, he spent much of his early life working on farms and in the fishing industry before joining the Royal Navy and ultimately becoming a member of 3 major expeditions to Antarctica during a time known as the heroic age of Antarctic exploration. Tom Crean was born on February 20th, 1877 in Train, County Kerry, Ireland, near the town of Anascall on the Dingle Peninsula. He grew up in a family of 10 children, and his early years were marked by poverty and hard work. Despite this, he developed a love for adventure and he dreamed of exploring far-off lands. At 16, Crean left the family farm to enlist in the Royal Navy, and while stationed in Ringarooma, New Zealand, in 1901 he volunteered to join Robert Falcon Scott's Discovery Expedition after one of Scott's men got drunk, attacked an officer, and deserted, leaving a vacancy open just as the ship was set to sail. The expedition was one of the first large-scale scientific expeditions to the Antarctic, and its aim was to explore and map the unknown regions of the continent. Crean proved to be a valuable member of the crew as he was a skilled seaman and navigator. During the expedition, Crean was involved in several key events. One of the most notable was the winter of 1902, when a team of 6 men, including Crean, were stranded on the ice for several months. The team had set out to collect geological and biological samples, but their ship was unable to retrieve them before the ice closed in. The team was forced to endure extreme temperatures, isolation and uncertainty, but Crean's resourcefulness and determination helped to keep them alive. He was known to have a great sense of humour, which lifted the team's morale during the long, dark winters. In addition to his work on the ice, Crean was also involved in the construction and maintenance of the expedition's base camp and was responsible for the maintenance of the expedition's dogs, which were used for transport and exploration. Tom Crean was also a member of Captain Scott's Terra Nova expedition in 1910 to 1913, which aimed to be the first to reach the South Pole. Crean was part of the team that established the base camp at Cape Evans, and he played a vital role in the expedition. Crean was part of the group that set out on the journey to the South Pole with Scott, and he got within 150 miles of the South Pole, but he was not selected to be part of the final team that reached the pole. Instead, he was part of the support team that helped to establish the supply depots that would be used by Scott's team on the return journey. On the return journey, after one of Crean's companions, Edgar Evans, fell ill with scurvy, Crean agreed to walk the final 35 miles alone, without a tent or sleeping bag and limited rations, even after walking a grueling 1,500 miles already. He got it done in 18 hours, saving the life of Evans by doing so. A few months later, when Scott's team did not return from the South Pole as expected, Crean went back onto the ice and was part of the team that discovered the bodies of Robert Falcon Scott and his 2 companions. While Scott had reached the South Pole, he was disappointed to learn that a Norwegian expedition led by Roald Amundsen had beaten him by 34 days. Despite the tragedy of the expedition, Crean's contributions were widely recognised and he was awarded the Albert Medal for his bravery and courage. Tom Crean went on to join Ernest Shackleton's Imperial Trans-Antarctic Expedition from 1914 to 1917, which aimed to cross the Antarctic continent from sea to sea via the South Pole. Disaster struck this expedition when its ship Endurance became trapped in the pack ice and it was slowly crushed before it sank. After the Endurance was lost, Shackleton and his men spent 492 days drifting on the ice before they launched lifeboats to reach Elephant Island, a small island off the coast of Antarctica. From there, Shackleton set out with a small crew, including Crean, in a lifeboat to reach South Georgia Island, about 800 miles away. The journey was incredibly difficult, with the crew facing storms and high waves in the open ocean. Crean was one of the crew members who helped to row the lifeboat, and his strength and stamina were crucial to the success of the journey. After reaching South Georgia Island, Shackleton and his men faced further challenges, including a dangerous crossing of the island's mountainous interior, before finally reaching a whaling station and getting help for the rest of the crew on Elephant Island. Crean's bravery and skill were critical to the success of the rescue, and he went on to become one of Shackleton's most trusted companions. In 1917, Crean returned to Ireland and married Ellen Herlihy, and they had 3 children together. They opened a small public house in Anascal village, which Crean named the South Pole Inn. Throughout his life, Crean remained an extremely modest man. When he returned to Kerry, he put his medals away and never again spoke about his experience in the Antarctic. Tom Crean died on 27th of July 1938 from an infection that developed due to a delay in getting a burst appendix removed. He was buried in his family's tomb at a cemetery in Ballinacurtney, Anascal, County Kerry. Tom Crean's legacy as an explorer is one of courage, determination and selflessness. His contributions to the exploration of the Antarctic region played a critical role in advancing our understanding of this remote and inhospitable part of the world. His courage and resilience in the face of adversity come to inspire people today as a testament to the human spirit and the power of perseverance. He remains an inspiration to explorers and adventurers around the world, and his legacy continues to be celebrated in Ireland and beyond.